Hello. Hi. It is I, Serendipity Wyrd. Oh my gosh, y'all. It has been 7 freaking months since I made a video. What even is up with that? I will tell you right now. So, I moved back in April. We bought a house, which is super exciting, except that it's kind of a little bit more in the middle of sort of nowhere, and there's not high-speed internet out here. And I had all these grandiose plans of like I was going to do some live streaming and like all this stuff, but the internet has been a constant sort of battle. So that's been one of the factors of where the heck have I been. Plus just the move, right? Like we moved, we got here. I originally thought that I was going to take over this walk-in closet space as a recording studio and an office space. That was not large enough for me at all because I need my space. And so a few months after that, I decided I was gonna use the room that was actually my room, which we were trying to use as a temple space, but it never got like really set up anyway. So I was like, I'm taking over my room. And so thus began the past, like, I don't know, maybe this has been 4 months or so of working on creating an actual usable space for myself in the limited confines of this one room. Not that I stayed within these confines at all. I totally stretched out. I have stuff stored in the living room. I have things stored in that walk-in closet. You know, because I have a lot of things and I take up a lot of room, but that's cool. Now I finally have this space where I can record videos, where we can get back into, I'm hoping weekly videos, but no promises, because another thing that I learned through this whole 7 months that I haven't been making any videos is that I really need to not have deadlines. I'm gonna let that like just sink in for a second. That, you know what, maybe creating when I want to create is a valid strategy. For so long, I've really been trying to like Virgo me, right? Who is often my shadow self. Virgo me has been like, hey, we have to do things just this way. Everything's got to be perfect before we can do a thing ever. And I probably talked about that a little bit in kind of that first video I put out about overcoming fear. I mean, it wasn't the first, but it was kind of the first of this effort. And so it's been really this like struggle of working with my own brain. And I've really been analyzing why, yay, Virgo again. I've really been analyzing why is it that I've struggled so much with this. Like, I want to create videos. I want to have a YouTube channel that has stuff going up on it, right? That is helpful to people. But yet, I don't do this. Why the self-sabotage, Serendipity? And so this past month, I really dug into creating this space, and I have this lovely little nook now that's like, so I'm so happy right here, y'all. Like, seriously, I've got my fancy like fabric wall that I wanted forever, and lights, and like I feel like a real YouTuber. Oh my god. Anyway, but it's not only been this process of the physical space and the physical surroundings that have kept me from making videos. Obviously, there's been a lot of mind space things going on, a lot of spirit space things. I've really been heavy in the personal shadow work in terms of pushing myself to do the things I want to do, despite the parts of me that are like, ooh, but people might, like, they're gonna see you. Well, we want to be freaking seen. We want to shine. So let's shine. Also, like, I've just been really kind of freaking busy. I've had like some adventures and things and stuff I wasn't even at all expecting for this year, or maybe like ever. And that's been really cool too. So, back in September, I took a little adventure up to Salem for a weekend, kind of for my birthday, but I also got to meet some really amazing witches that I only knew through the magic of the internet. And so that was freaking fantastic. And maybe there's a video all about Salem. I had originally, like, I was going to do a whole, like, my witchy Salem haul video and, like, save all my little goodies and show them off. But, yeah, that kind of didn't happen. I've had like a million video ideas, y'all, like a bazillion, and then I've just not acted on them for one reason or another. Like either I wanted to do a live stream thing and the internet, like being not fantastic or consistent, has just really brought me down because I'm like, but I want a live stream because I really love doing things just kind of live and doing whatever. Also, back in the end of March, beginning of April, my, I think, second to last video, I talked about creating the Wyrd Sanctuary and kind of following this whim about creating this space for spiritual seekers of all sorts of stripes, like weirdos, rebels, misfits, you know, witches, like all of us that kind of don't have like a real spot to kind of show up at and like get a spiritual practice in. Creating a space for that. And so that's also been definitely a part of where I've been and not recording videos. I totally did launch that, got a website up, wyrdsanctuary.org. Yay! And what was even cooler is by throughout April and May, I was talking to my dear friend Key Writer, who we have collaborated for a long time on various witchy things. And we actually decided, you know what? We are stronger together than separate. So Key joined me in creating this Wyrd Sanctuary. And by extension, the membership group that I have, which is Wyrd Circle, where we do meet every single Sunday and we do some sort of a spiritual practice. Sometimes I ramble about a topic. We do all sorts of things. Right now, we're actually starting a December month-long daily spiritual practice challenge that I'm calling Sacred Soul Time, because we all need some sacred soul time in our day, right? But it's so easy, especially this time of year, to be distracted, to like have all these other things going on, and to forget to make that time for our own sacred spiritual selves. But we need it. We need it. We need it. At least I need it. Maybe not all of us need it. I need to stop throwing my necklaces around. I keep catching them because I'm all, you know, emphatic and things. But so created the Wyrd Sanctuary, created the Wyrd Circle, started trying to figure out more about like how this business is now going to operate when it's not just me, when I have my lovely partner Key, and like how we work together. And then like we had like, there were just shakeups and changes, and like I finally got to go see my parents for the first time in over like a year and a half, back in July. That was really great. It was so great to see them. And then, like I said, I went to Salem in September, and then all of October, I actually ended up going and staying with a friend up in South Carolina she was hosting a mini festival, and I had already had planned to come up there and like offer some workshops at the festival. And it was just kind of one of those like, you know what? Like, I'm fully vaccinated. Like, let me just go and just hang with her, because she owns a store up there called the Quirky Lotus in Spartanburg, South Carolina. And let me just hang out and like be, you know, like let me get out of my whole, my norm, right? Because at that point I was struggling a little bit with all of what am I going to do? Like, how do I want this business stuff to look? How do I want the Wyrd Sanctuary to look? How does this, you know, what do we do in the circle? Like I needed to refill my own personal cup. And interestingly enough, the day I arrived in Salem, backtracking about a week or so, September, the day I arrived in Salem, I'm sitting on a train bench, like waiting for the train to take me from Boston to Salem. And I notice a Facebook message, and I check it. And it was one of the coordinators for the Florida Pagan Gathering offering me the opportunity to headline their event at the end of October. So October became this whole, like, I got back from Salem at the end of September. I was only home that like the actual like Monday through Friday. And then the following Saturday I left again, went and I saw my parents and went up to South Carolina, and then came back to Florida for Florida Pagan Festival, or Florida Pagan Gathering, sorry. At the end of October, got back home on Samhain on Halloween Day. What? It was crazy. There's so much going on. It was amazing. And then this past month, I've just hunkered down. Like I said, I really needed to create the physical space for me to be able to create in. It has bothered me so much that I haven't had any videos going up. And I felt so freaking limited in every way, where I kept trying to do some live streams. Like, I wanted to do some daily kind of rambling chats live on the Wyrd Sanctuary Instagram, and like the internet not being able to stay connected was just such a challenge, and it bummed me out. Okay, like, it totally bummed me out, because I was like, there's a thing I want to do and I can't do the thing. And so I've been sitting with this as I've worked on these physical surroundings here in my room, and I've made my room actually be this space that is holy to me, that is sacred to me. Here in this spot is like my throne or something, where I get to be, and I can access the magical worlds of the internets, and I can jump through this portal and record this video for you. But I also created an actual like physical creation space, what I call my manifestation nook. And also, this portion of this altar right here that you can see on video is a space specifically for divination. So I have these surfaces that I can work on, and y'all, I have like never been happier. Like, this is seriously like good 20 years of my life trying to sort out having a space that fueled my soul, that made me want to do the things that are all up in my brain, but they've just kind of stayed in my mind, these ideas, not really being able to act on them, because it was always like such a chore to get the space ready. Okay, because it'd be like, oh well, I've got to get all this stuff out, and then I'm gonna have to clean it up, and it just felt like more effort than I was willing to go through. Same with videos. Like, oh, I can try to record a video, but the dogs are gonna bark, or the kid's gonna knock on the door, or one of the partners are gonna need me. And there's so much stuff. So I took this break in October, and I kind of got out of my home space, and I thought a lot about, what am I here to do? What do I feel? Because all of this has been about me trying to answer a calling that I felt in some form and fashion most of my life, but especially strongly really directing me to move forward in using the internet, a YouTube channel, as the platform in 2018. And that's also been a whole shadowy struggle, because I'm like, who the hell am I to like do this? Like, right? There's already all these voices. Who needs mine? Who needs mine? I need mine. That's what I've settled on. You know what? I need my voice. And if you're watching this, that's freaking fantastic. And I thank you so much from the very like bottom of my heart. Oh my God, I'm gonna like feels. So many feels right now. I was not expecting these feels. Oh, feelings. Seriously, it means so much to me that my ramblings might be something that helps you. But honestly, I need to create for me, and I haven't been, not in this format. In some form or fashion, I'm almost always creating, right? Like, I'm always doing something that taps into my creative spirit, but I really want to make videos. And Shadow Me is so scared. But like, if anything, like, we have to do the things that we really want to do, right? Like, what else is there? I don't know. I mean, there's plenty there. Like, there's plenty that exists, but like, I want to follow through on my dreams and my ambitions. I don't want to just like let them sit there and rot when I have them at my fingertips, right? Where at my fingertips is the ability to do the things I want to do. I just have to get over the hurdle of my own brain. So that's what I've really been working on, and now I'm here, and this is a video, and we're gonna put it up, and I'm not gonna edit it. Maybe I'll put some fancy graphics on it. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm just gonna do the thing again, and y'all, hopefully I will do the thing again a lot more often, because I think it's gonna be great overall. And part of that is wrapping that into the Sacred Soul Time Challenge that I'm working on, so that I can use, as I'm developing that, it's also fueling me, right? So if you're interested in the Sacred Soul Time Challenge, I will be posting something on some Instagram, my Instagram, Wyrd Sanctuary Instagram, probably both. Also check out the Wyrd Sanctuary Facebook group. I'll probably put something there. I don't know. I'm figuring out where I want things, you know, all over the place. I'm kind of scattered. I've always been scattered. I'm trying to roll with the scattered versus continuing to try to stomp out the scattered and like make myself line up in some sort of line. Because you know what? Like, that hasn't worked thus far, so I doubt it probably ever will. So let's work with the interesting weirdness of myself, right? Anyway, thank you so much for being here. I'm so sorry that it's been freaking 7 long months since I've made any videos. And I don't honestly know what the videos I'm gonna make are. That's been part of the struggle, is that I feel like I'm supposed to have some sort of curated, created, perfect, you know, whatever to like plan. And y'all, I don't have plans. I make things up on the fly. I enjoy working in that creative, chaotic mishmash of where do I want to be at any time and what do I want to do. And so I'm leaning into that. I'm letting that intuition guide me, and I'm letting this channel become what it is. And hopefully it will attract the people who it's meant to attract. So there you go. Yeah, I think that's what we got for now. I will probably ramble more about the Sacred Soul Challenge. I would love to have had that already like packaged and pretty and presented to the world, but you know what? This idea came up 2 days ago and December started today. So if I'm gonna do a 31-day challenge for the month of December, it's gonna kind of have to evolve as I evolve. And I think there's beauty in that, honestly, allowing myself this method of creativity and giving myself permission to release ideas into the world without them being 100% formulated, and eschewing deadlines, right? And saying, you know what, we're gonna do things on the timeline that they happen. It's really helpful for my mental health and well-being. So, yay! I would love to hear what you've been up to in the past 7 months. Feel free to tell me down in the comments below, and let's get a dialogue going, you know? And if you have any ideas, if you have any questions, if there's something you'd like to see me talk about, by all means, tell me, and I will see if I can make a future video on that. So, lots of love to you. Mwah. Thank you for being here, and thank you for existing, and thank you for just being your wonderfully weird self and allowing me to do the same. Bye!